What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Star Atlas today. Atlas, at the request of Eduardo. Eduardo, we're doing this for you. Hit the like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. Right off the bat, looking at this on a weekly time frame, absolutely you've got lower lows, right? Absolutely you do. And absolutely on the RSI, you have higher lows. I can't draw that properly, but you can see it there in the RSI, right? That is a form of bullish divergence. I don't know if it is. You technically do have a lower low here, and that is a lower low there. Is it bullish divergence? Is it not? I don't know, but I like the weekly RSI. I like the rounding, the long, slow rounding out at the oversold zone and coming up like this. Same thing with the price. This looks like if you're doing this to the upside, if you're doing something like this to the upside, I would think you're about to drop hard. So what does that tell you about what I think is going to happen to the upside here? I do think that you're going to move up. Star Atlas has, a good community of people that like it. It's not like the largest community in crypto, but I know that the people who understand this coin, who have done their research on it, they like this coin. It's just, is it going to do well? Is it not going to do well? That's the question, right? It's at a low market cap right here, Atlas, and it is on my watch list for latest and greatest coins. I think that this thing really could have a deep impact, but $25.8 million with that low of a level of volume, it's not too enticing. It is the weekend in all fairness, but and volume isn't everything, right? You could this thing could do a multi-100x by the end of the cycle. Absolutely, it could, but it's hard to say. I don't know too much on the way of like developments, what the news is with this thing. I mean, let's just check it out real quick. Let's see if there's any active developments being had. Users swapping Atlas tokens on non-Solana chains may encounter high slippage due to 62% profile score, kind of low. But I've seen, I mean, there's lower ones that are up in like the top 50. You know what I mean? Let's look up Star Atlas crypto and just see if there is any news at all on this thing surrounding this. Star Atlas update flashes Web3. Okay, hey, look at that. That's not bad. ccn.com. Star Atlas development pushes forward despite token price action. Okay, well, good. Good. That's good. That's what you need. At least that. So good. I'm glad that there's at least something relevant as far as news goes. Some of these coins, you never know when the last news article was. It could have been like 2018. You never know. Atlas here at least has a little development going on. I haven't. That's not a good way of doing research, by the way. Just do some deeper research on that later. But looking at this here, I do believe you move up higher. I do believe that that's what happens. You haven't moved, at least in your experience, in your life experience, you haven't moved up at too fast of a pace, a consistent pace nonetheless, but from a low to a high, I mean, 438% is nice, don't get me wrong, and that taking place in about 2 months' time, that's a pretty quick pace, but there's cryptos that do that in a week's time, right? You haven't seen any god candles is all I'm trying to get at. Maybe you get one. Maybe you're about to get one. A lot of coins have broken out of their downtrends from December to April. They broke their downtrends. They've done this kind of sideways moving out. A lot of coins that have done this, what happens is afterwards, like about a month afterwards or a couple weeks after, sometime after, they get this eruptive move that recovers at a very, very fast pace. I'm expecting that with Atlas. I would say that's probably what's going to happen here. From a low to a high, you're at the 236, consolidating around here at the 236. You're likely going to make a move that takes you either to your 0.5 or your 618 area in a very, very rapid pace. From the current price, I would expect that you see something on the lines of a $0.026 price to a $0.033 price or higher, likely by the end of the month of May. So you probably have some growth to go. Daily RSI looks great. Weekly RSI looks great. You can go lower in the daily time frame and you're still looking great, but I doubt you go below this low. The lowest I'd give you is like 0.0121, but I doubt you go below that. I like the daily RSI a lot. I do like the weekly RSI too. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame. 4 hour, yeah, a little bit lower wouldn't be crazy. It's fine if you go a little bit lower. 1 hour time frame, a little bit of bullish divergence. Yeah, you might see like a wick to the downside, something like that. It might happen by the end of today, if not tomorrow. But I have a hard time seeing you moving down next week. So soon enough, you'll be done with this and you'll be moving up higher. Absolutely. What about the relative low to high here? Low to high there. Yeah, you're right at the golden ratio. So when I say a little bit lower, I mean like you're basically there. So probably going to recover from here, grow, and next week that's what you're doing. You're breaking out here, you're moving up, you're back testing prior resistance for support, and then you're going to continue to run. That's what's going to happen. And when you run, I would expect that you at least hit your relative 0.5, if not your golden ratio, only because that's what I've seen a lot of cryptos doing recently, right? Generally speaking, this kind of area, I would expect you to go to your 382 and then kind of like stair step your way up like this. but a lot of cryptos have consolidated between their 236 and their 0.69 like this, and they rip right up to their golden ratio, let alone their 0.5. So I think 0.0267 to 0.0379, somewhere in that area is where you're going to go probably by the end of May, if not higher. As far as what this thing has as far as potential goes by the end of the cycle, I do think that we will see prices that are above 1 cent, above 4 cents, maybe even as high as 13 cents or more. And we could see new all-time highs. It depends on a couple of things. We'll see how it goes. Being here at 0013, 13 cents would provide a 100x from here. And you could absolutely see more than that. You could see you could see a 200x, a 500x. The sky's the limit for this thing. It really is. But we got to get moving. We got to see some life in this thing between now and the end of June. Otherwise, likely you will not see new all-time highs. I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you liked the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. And yeah, I got a lot of hopes for Star Atlas. I'm not invested in it personally, but I might put some money into it, honestly. I should be careful with saying that, right? Because I might not. I genuinely might not. 25.8 million. It's a low enough market cap to make a speculative play. And I've read the white paper. I've gone on the website. I read it. It seems interesting. And if the gaming narrative takes off, I could see this being a big deal. But will everybody else see it as a big deal? It doesn't matter what I think. It matters what the space thinks. And if the space thinks it's a big deal, boom, we're gonna rip through the moon. But if not, I mean, this could be one large phase of accumulation, guys. I mean, we could be dealing with some kind of bullish monster that's unheard of in the space, at least as of right now. It really could be a big thing, but I don't know. I'm not confident enough in that to make a play off it just yet. We'll see. We'll have to see. Anyways, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.